Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I met the perfect guy, but I f***ed it up. Now, before I tell you about the perfect guy, I need to take you back to where my dating journey started.
All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just want.
Oh my god! He texted me back already. Oh my god! Okay. Yes, I do. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He was like, yes, I do.
That was such a good date.
I think he's lying to me because his actions didn't align with what he said. He said only me and another girl. I'm like, liar.
God, he's out of my life at this point, and now I'm liking this other guy.
What part of LA did you grow up in?
In a way, I did.
Alright, I'm gonna practice before I meet him. Hey! Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, so I was just looking around and I catch your eyes.
But you did say one thing, just being so intimate, right? Basically boyfriend and girlfriend vibes. And as soon as I heard that,
I have two confessions to make. I'm really not looking for anything serious. I just want a boy toy. I'm turning 22 pretty soon. I really have like little dating experience.
I found a cute guy at the club, okay? What did you say to him?
I just said, like, my friend thinks you're cute. He was like, the girl with the bangs? I'm like, yeah, the girl with the bangs. He was like, yeah, I think she's cute too.
And that is how I met Jack. This guy who perfectly embodied everything I thought I wanted. Now, there was a problem with Jack. He was not exactly the best guy.
Said, tell me something I should know about you. And he says, I'll break your heart, but you'll love every minute of it.
Now, let me preface, it's like, Olivia, why would you even like a guy like Jack? He sounds like trouble. Exactly. I literally wanted a guy that made me feel highs and thrills and all of that because, okay, this is just a little psychoanalysis I did on myself, but growing up, boys didn't really like me whenever I had a crush on them. I wasn't popular in school. I didn't have a social life, and I was just always at home living this really boring life. And so when I turned 21, 22-ish, I was just like, I want to go crazy. I want to party. I want to go feral, and I want to meet boys who make me feel like crazy inside. Like, I don't know. I just wanted a guy that was going to give me like a little, like drama, you know?
I can't believe I'm going to meet him right now at like 1:15 in the morning. What is wrong with me?
Jack was all about the games. And honestly, there was a part of me that toxically like enjoyed a little bit of it.
I don't know if I should text back or not. I miss him! I'm just kidding. He's horrible news.
But there was another part of me that genuinely believed deep down that this was just how you had to be with guys.
I left him on red a couple nights ago because he wasn't putting effort in the text messages. And then he just texted me tonight. Oh, I think that when you give a guy distance, you kind of ignore him. It makes him reach out more.
If you want to keep a guy's attention, act mysterious. Don't be too interested or too available because it makes you look easy. Guys love the chase. And pretend you don't care even when you do. This was the advice that I was following, partly because I was new to dating and it was the rule book that everybody was following, but also because in high school, I had a really big crush on this guy, and the moment I showed my feelings, he ghosted me. Along with other crushes, it wasn't just him. So at this point in my life, it was just like, if you care too much, they leave.
This is horrible. I just like hear his voice and I just liked it. That doesn't mean I like him, right? It just means physical, right?
And
What the I
wish that like we had gone on dates or something, you know? Like now I'm in this stage where like I did the physical first, and no, I didn't have sex with him, but like we made out and stuff. Like we didn't even do the dates, and like now I want to date with him, I think. I just want to know what he's like. Like, I have no idea who he is.
I did know one thing for sure, that this man was a red flag. Exhibit A, shall we? I went over to his place, and in his bathroom, behold, makeup remover. And ladies, he doesn't have any roommates! It sure as hell wasn't my makeup remover. I don't know whose that was, but listen, okay? It was just the worst thing I could do to develop feelings for such a red flag.
I feel like in the beginning I was so naive about what I wanted, not realizing like what I'm gonna feel in the end.
On the surface, I thought, I'm not about to ask for something more. If he wants more, he'll ask. But inside, I was spiraling. A part of me kept wondering if I had messed up my shot by getting physical too quickly. I actually thought, like if I hadn't gotten physical so fast and I made him work for it and I acted a little more mysterious, maybe he'd actually want something more. And so I was a girl with no answers. And what does that mean? That means I keep rerunning the same question in my head. What if? And that question, what if, unfortunately only made my feelings grow stronger.
Okay, guys, for the longest time, I didn't want a boyfriend, but me and Vivian are hanging out. And we're just laying on my bed. And I was telling her, I was just thinking about the stuff that I did with him. And it's like, imagine just like a boyfriend, like you do all those things and then you go out. Maybe I do want a boyfriend. Dude, I really messed it up with. I have not met anyone that I was that attracted to. That's why I'm like, am I gonna? He did look like my type, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ugh. It's all my fault. He literally looks like not even far.
It's not your fault. Olivia, it wouldn't have worked out anyway. It really wouldn't have. It legit wouldn't have.
What?
It legit would not have worked out.
You're right, it wouldn't.
There was no way it would have worked out. First of all, there's just too many problems with that man.
It's that I have a version of him in my head that I want him to be, and he's not that. Sad. I think because I wanted something and it didn't happen.
While things temporarily did not work out with Jack, along came a different guy, Nathan.
All right, guys. He just went to the restroom, but I'm on a date right now. And he's really nice. He got me a gift. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Like, I thought that was so sweet. Hi.
I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't say hi like that.
It doesn't happen often, but there are some people you meet in life where it just feels like you've known them forever. Everything about this guy perfectly aligned up with me, okay? But before we get into that, if you guys remember the gift that he brought me earlier on in the date, well, before we met up, I told him that I like self-improvement books and that I was struggling with productivity. This man shows up on the date with a productivity book and he was like, I did some research. A lot of people really liked it, so I thought you would find it helpful. And then later on, I found out through a mutual that this man was literally practicing how he would hand me the book the night before. He was like, okay, you pretend to be Alivia, and he would practice handing the book. But the kicker, guys, for me, was how perfectly lined up we were. I was born in 2000. He was born in 2000. I had 2 siblings. He had 2 siblings. I was a YouTuber. He was a YouTuber. And we even had the same number of subscribers. So we got to bond over the journey and milestone and everything. And he made comedy content and I made deeper introspective stuff. So our conversations were just really great and really balanced out. I dropped out of college first year. He dropped out of college first year. And get this. I want to settle down in a very specific city in my 30s and have a small family of 2 kids. And no, he did not copy my answer. He told me first, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And it also wasn't one of those cases where we were too similar, because we were also very different. For example, I was a yapper, he was a listener. And our first date was 15 hours long.
I have a question.
All right.
What does it mean to catch feelings for someone? How do you know you've caught feelings for someone?
I think when I push things aside for them.
Oh, really?
Especially work, I should actually. Because work is really, really important to me. But I think if I really caught feelings for someone, then I would be willing to make the time, kind of make sacrifices for them, you know?
Did you catch feelings for any of those girls that you went out with?
Well, 2.
Yeah.
This was like 3-4 years ago. You know, this is my first date in like 3 years, 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever, okay, wait, you probably haven't kissed that many girls then since...
I've only kissed 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've only kissed like 3 people, but I'll just ask this. It was the one Okay, so just don't say anything, okay? Okay, so I'm vlogging right now, and basically I'm talking to this person. This person's literally sitting across from me right now, and we're just trying to clarify if we're friends or dating. And this is how I felt after the first date. After the first date, I was like, it's friends. But I wasn't for sure. I think it's like I like the idea, but then I was like, no, I think I do feel friends. I'll tell you why I wouldn't change my mind, even if you pursued me, is because when you meet someone and there's those instant flying sparks and it's infatuation and it's like obsession, that happens like right at the beginning. Those kinds of feelings, they don't develop, it just like it happens. And we didn't have that.
I was thinking about how my feelings for Nathan did not feel like that same spark that I felt for Jack. But what was weird was that I didn't even want to give Nathan a chance to see if that spark could develop. I was like, nope, like sparks can't develop, when I didn't even know if that was true. Okay, so my dilemma is I don't really want him to make moves because it would lose the friendship. His dilemma is that he said he really he likes me right now. And he said those feelings are not just going to disappear from me saying, hey, let's just be friends. Like, he's still left with the feelings that he likes me. I had a choice to make in this moment. Either I try or he walks out of my life. Even though I had a strong hesitation to try with him, I didn't want to lose the connection because it was a really good one. So I came up with a plan. I said, how about we remain friends and I will let you know along the way if anything changes. In my head, it seemed like a win-win situation, you know, like I get to be friends with him right now and, you know, he gets to see if something changes. I mean, honestly, like thinking back, like that doesn't really feel fair, but it was really the best solution we could come up with and he was down. And so just like that, I had no idea what I was about to get myself into.